Hey, it's Bill, and you're tuned to the Pennsylvania Rock Show, featuring the best unsigned rock and metal that Pennsylvania has to offer, right here on PARockShow.com, MegaRockRadio.net, 107.1 FM St. Louis, Missouri, AltRockRadio.ca, RooterooRadio.com, XRPRadio.co.uk, and BuildTheScene.com. I think I hit them all. If not, I apologize. This is episode number 551 of the Pennsylvania Rock Show. With me tonight are Susan and Tim from the Rust Project. What's up?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. I did that whole long thing. I'm like, what's up?
I couldn't remember all that.
You should write it down on a sticky and leave it there so you can see it.
Yeah.
You would think, but I'm going to do something I normally don't do. I'm going to move my camera for a second and let you in on a little secret. There is paparazzi jewelry all around me.
Oh, look at that.
That's how I convinced my wife we needed a green screen. Because she can use it too.
Okay.
Right.
Moving it the wrong way. There we go. So it's been a little while since we last chatted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a pandemic has hit.
Mm-hmm.
And that means that I'm going to ask you the question that I ask everybody. How did it affect you as a band?
As a band?
Yeah.
You want to start?
Yeah. It for us, it kind of hit us in a bad way and a good way.
Mm-hmm.
It hit us in a bad way in that, like every other band, everything got canceled. So, we were sitting there trying to figure out what to do. And then me and Susan started doing some live streams on Facebook. We would do little hour things here and there. And then one day we decided that we're going to write some music.
I don't think we actually decided. It just kind of happened.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We were tired of just.
We were very bored.
Yeah.
Very bored. And everyone at home, in both of our houses, just there, right there, all day, driving us crazy.
Yeah. We I guess I sat there at home doing nothing one night, and I kind of would write a melody to a song,
Mm-hmm.
And put something together then that I thought was pretty cool. Then I just record it on my cell phone and send it to Susan.
Mm-hmm.
And then like an hour later, she's sending me something back with a whole song saying, "Here, look, I wrote lyrics and singing this song," and we couldn't believe it, which is going to be the first song that you play for us tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first one we did. And it kind of put us in the bug of writing music. We weren't getting out playing constantly because up to that point we were very, very busy.
Mm-hmm.
Getting out 2, 3, sometimes 4 times a week, getting out playing. So we really didn't have time to think about doing anything like that. So in that respect, it's kind of helped us a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So you sent me. Is that I got to get out of here?
Yeah.
And somewhere in time. Sorry,
it's okay.
They're cut off in my taskbar.
Of course.
I mean, all kinds of open and raw tonight. Here's the behind the scenes of what really happens.
Right.
Right.
So how many tracks do you guys have in the works? I mean, there's clearly those two, but
we recorded 4, but we have, I don't
16?
even know. We have a bunch more that we've done that we actually think are good enough that we want to do something.
Yeah,
with.
I think we're up to about 16 of them that we've written, and we're getting ready now. We're just trying to decide on the date to go back in the studio and record a couple more. So that's coming soon. We're hoping by the end of this year we're going to have a CD put out.
It's not a hope, it's a plan.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna do it.
Oh, it's going to.
It's not a hope. It's just this is what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, but the way things have been going, we've been booking. We've been booking gigs, and
so like, when are we going to have time to do this?
No, we're going to get back into that where we're out playing all the time and having a blast and really having a lot of fun. But we're really gonna have to see
we're
to it that oh yeah, we're definitely gonna make time.
Well, since you brought up booking, what do you have lined up? Like,
what do we have lined up? Well, one of the things that happened last year is when everything opened back up, we were finding that there weren't many opportunities for the whole band to go anywhere and play. There were very few opportunities. Places couldn't accommodate, all of us, or they couldn't accommodate all the people, or they were making other arrangements to have people come in, where to sit and where to go. Maybe they moved them outside, and maybe they couldn't have bands outside. So a lot of places moved to acoustic stuff, solos and duos. So we started playing a ton of acoustic duo stuff.
Yeah, we've always done the acoustic duo thing,
right?
But it just picked up.
I know,
unbelievably
exploded. There's just tons of opportunities and new places. So we just started doing all that stuff, and that's carrying into the new year. All these places that we played at, they're bringing acoustic stuff back. So we have a ton of acoustic stuff.
Yeah, we're
now more than electric, but
this weekend we're playing.
Okay, that's where we're going. This weekend we have 2 acoustics. We got Giant Oaks Winery in Finleyville. We have 565 Live in Bellevue on Friday and Saturday nights. So we have 2 acoustic gigs, and then next weekend we have an acoustic gig up at Slippery Rock Golf Course, and then the band gets to play Saturday night for the Southern Fried Rock Show with Shady Lady Productions, and we'll be in Freeport doing that. So
with the Redlines and Doppler Effect and
Dinner Bell Road.
That's it, Dinner Bell Road. I knew I was forgetting one.
We're very they just gave us a call here.
A
week and a half ago and said, "Hey, you guys, you want to do this?" And we were like, "Well, yeah."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited about that. And we're gonna play probably about half of our set will be all our originals. And then along with some of our covers that we do.
What's your favorite cover to play?
Oh, I don't know. I think it
come
depends.
on.
Well, when we're playing acoustic, I really like playing Locomotive Breath because that just sounds really cool on acoustic. It's just different and no one expects to hear it. And they're like jamming out. They're like, yeah, you got the right crowd. And that's really cool to watch them do that. So that's really fun to do. But I don't know. Other than that, a bunch of Neil Young songs are always my favorite.
With Neil Young songs are always come out to be a lot of the favorites.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, what is your favorite? You didn't answer the question. What is your favorite to play an acoustic?
Oh my.
Oh, see, he put me on the spot, not him.
That's because my brain's getting old and it doesn't work as well. My favorite to play on acoustic.
I don't even know. What is it?
Oh, Tom Petty.
You know how it feels?
No.
On acoustic. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, You Wreck Me.
You Wreck Me. Yeah. Love playing that.
Yeah.
Yep. It's cool, especially on acoustic. It's just like a different feel to it.
Sorry, bear with me for one moment. There it is.
Okay.
Hey, that's us.
That's us.
For those of you watching the video, I just put their website address up. It's the rustproject.com.
Susan has worked really hard on these websites. We have 2 of them, as a matter of fact. We have one for the band and then one for the acoustic duo.
Kind of cross.
They do crossover and that. But she's done an outstanding job putting those together.
Thank you.
She could be
a lot of work. I yell and swear at it a lot.
I probably have somewhere near 55 websites online that I manage. So
do you yell and swear a whole lot then?
no comment.
Your kids aren't watching, right?
I don't know. I definitely have a student who has found me everywhere online.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh really? Oh, that's you got to watch yourself
That's
there.
right.
Yep.
And they have a plan right now that the music teacher told me. They found a picture of me with my headphones on, and they're gonna print a bunch of them and put them on the one board in my classroom.
Yeah, I can imagine you'll be they'll be having a lot of fun.
But so yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure kids can always have fun.
Today I came home. My wife now works for the diocese as well. She works at a different school. And today they gave her a 2.5 hour lesson on how to update the website, school website, which I've been doing for years. And I've been complaining about it for years because I don't like the Microsoft system that's in the background. And I got a message from her right around dismissal time that said, "This website sucks." So, of course, I reminded her that I've been telling her that for years.
Right.
And then I came home to her trying to work on it, and it was broken, and I couldn't fix it either.
Did she break it? Or did she? No, you're supposed to say no.
I am. And I'm 99% sure that it wasn't her.
Yeah.
Because anything you try and do with it is tedious. And I told her, I was like, look, most of the time I end up clicking the text button and I just hand code what I want. Because using the what you see is what you get editor never actually gets you what you want to see. But so I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure that the last time you were on, I hadn't come up with this question. This is my Dave Grohl question. So, and I'm trying to get Dave Grohl on the show. So I figure if I ask a question with his name and mention it all the time, that eventually he's going to hear about it. It's not working. But the Foo Fighters are known for bringing people up on stage from the crowd.
Yep.
So my question to you is, who is your Dave Grohl? In other words, who would you want to be on stage with?
Neil Young.
Oh my. For me, it's one of two people. It would either be Eric Clapton or Buddy Guy. I would love to play with Buddy Guy. Just to be in that, just his world would be incredible for me. I'm an old blues guy, kind of.
He has a restaurant in Chicago. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah. And I'm surprised I've never gone because we go out there. My sister-in-law lives out that way. And
I would say the only drawback of being at Buddy Guy's was that they served RC Cola.
Really?
The rest of it was awesome. RC Cola.
Oh my. Yeah, if I turned if I was able to turn the camera around, you'd see I have pictures of all these old blues guys everywhere. It's kind of my thing. She has Neil Young pictures everywhere.
Yeah, I do. I got Willie and Tom Petty.
Yes, you do.
I need David Gilmour though. I need a picture of him. Stick that up down there.
She thinks she's thinking she's turning British too, I think.
Oh, he's so cool. How is he not cool? My 20-year-old has just been infatuated with him since we saw the Brit Floyd concert last year in Pittsburgh right before COVID. She's like, oh my gosh, Pink Floyd and David Gilmour. And she's a guitar player. And she's just been listening to David Gilmour nonstop for a year.
Right. And then all of a sudden we start playing a lot of Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
I mean, she can be British if she wants. I used to tell people that I should have been Canadian.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
I played deck hockey and lacrosse.
Oh, there you go.
Both very much Canadian games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have a funny Canadian story for you. When I first got married and we lived in North Dakota, in Minot, North Dakota, I was in the service, and me and my wife decided let's go up the Regina up in Saskatchewan. So we go up there and Regina, it's this little tiny town and we're trying to get a hotel room and everything's booked up. Everything in this whole town is booked up. You can't. And everybody's telling me, oh, it's a silver broom tournament. And we're like, what? Okay. And then finally we get to this last hotel and find this one room. They said, this is the last room in this whole town. So we get it. And finally I asked the woman, I said, what is this silver broom tournament? She goes, oh, it's curling. It's the Super Bowl of curling. And it's in this little town. So we decided, we got to go see what this is. And we go and it was unbelievable. It was like a big giant bowling alley just of curling lanes. And these people were going crazy.
But this is before it became a
oh
thing
yeah,
that
this
everybody
was
knew
this
about.
was back in the this was in the
right.
early 80s.
Right.
Yeah, so it really wasn't a thing here, but out there it was pretty surprising.
I would love to play curling.
I would too. I actually, me and my brother went to go sign up in this league. There's a league up in Neville Island. They have curling leagues up there. And then I decided I'm not driving all the way up there to go play curling. Yeah. I think he actually did it though. Yeah.
How far is Neville Island from you?
It's at least an hour from here, at least, because it's all the way out on the other side of Pittsburgh and then going up. Yeah, it's a ways.
Did I forget to tell you if you press the comments button, you can see what's going on Facebook?
I can see it.
You can see it.
Okay. Larry.
Yep, that's Larry.
Sir
Larry.
We know.
Yeah.
Are you pushing still here with you? Well, of course we are.
Oh yeah,
don't worry, we love that.
That's his favorite one. He told me. Oh yeah.
That's good.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That was a childhood buddy of mine there.
Well, I tell you what, let's talk about Somewhere in Time, and then we'll give it a play.
Yeah.
Well, let me take this
one. You go right ahead.
Well, so like Tim said, that was the first one we did, and we were bored and we were shut down and couldn't do anything. I'm Italian, okay, so I'm gonna do this a lot. This is what you don't see, when there's no video.
I duck a lot because
if I sit like this, I can't talk because I can't use my hands.
This is close because her hands are usually flying around and I'm ducking. And
so Tim, he sends this to me. He's like, "Here, check this out. Listen to it. What do you think of this? What do you, maybe we could do something with it." I'm like, "Well, what are we gonna do this? I don't know. Like, we never even talked about writing a song before." So he sent it to me, and I was getting in the car to go to Target, which is like 5 minutes away from my house. And I listened to it on the way down to Target. I'm like, "Oh, this is like really cool. I really like this. This is good." And I pull in the parking lot, and I play it again, and I listen to it. And I come up with one line right away. I'm like, I know what this song is about. Like, I know exactly what this song's about. So I'm in there shopping, getting all my stuff. I'm like, I got to hurry up, get my crap and get out of here so I can go home and put all this down. Because the whole time I'm shopping, I'm like, all these things are coming in my head, like different phrases and words, and everything's just coming into place. So I hurry up and go shopping. I go home and I sit down my laptop and I start typing up all the lyrics and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know I got it all. It took me an hour. I typed everything up. I sat down with my phone and my guitar and I just recorded it and sent it to him. I'm like, there's the song. Like, it's right there. It was just right there. He's like, how did you do that? I said, I don't know how I did that. Like, it just came out in my brain and there it was. And so we did that with a bunch more songs.
Right. We did that. And then, we were thinking about recording it and we were starting to research recording studios around and sending messages out and trying to, and then, I buy a lot of stuff off Craigslist and this, so
we won't talk about that.
Yeah. So I was getting something, and I met this guy, and we start talking, and it comes out that he has a recording studio. So we talk a little bit, and so I said, okay. So I left, and then I talked to Susan. I said, hey, I met this guy, and he gave me a price to come down and record and do all that. So I said, okay. So we go down, and we record our song, and the fellow that was going to do all the mixing and mastering of the song, he came down too, and met us there, and it turns out it's this fellow by the name of Dave Hillis, and
right, he worked on Pearl Jam 10 album and a bunch of other albums, but that's like the one that I guess he's the most known for, the most.
We were kind of like, well, yeah,
well,
okay,
that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So we sat there, and we spent like a whole day with him working on this song, and then we recorded it, and like about 2 weeks later, he sends us back the master of it, and we're just amazed.
Right.
We're like kind of floored over what he did with this, and we're extremely happy. So, and of course now he's doing all of our songs and everything we send, and we kind of never know what he's going to do with them. We'll go and do all this, and we're kind of taking his experience and word on what he's sending us back. If it's good enough for him, it's good enough for us, and of course we seem to really like what he's sending us back. So
and what studio is that at?
Song Gift.
It's called Song Gift Studio. It's down in Squirrel Hill. It's actually where Heads Together was. When I met this guy down there, I walked into this building, and I'm walking through there. I'm going, this used to be Heads Together. He goes, oh yeah, it was, and now it's a recording studio. It like all these memories of Heads Together come flying, because I wasn't in there since the 80s, since the early 80s, and I was amazed that I remembered that's where it was. Yeah. But we're really proud of this song a lot. We like it a lot.
All right, so I tell you what, we're going to take a moment. We're going to listen to "Somewhere in Time" by the Rust Project, and I'm going to throw in a new track from Black Ridge off of their soon-to-be-released EP, "Live Fast and Leave a Good-Looking Corpse," which coincidentally is the name of the track that we're going to play. And we'll be right back with Tim and Susan. And for those of you that are hanging out with us live, you don't get to hear the song tonight. You will have to wait until Friday. You can go to buildascene.com. It'll be up at 6 a.m. on the website. It'll air at 8 p.m. on the radio station, and then 9 p.m. on XRP radio. And then the times are listed on the website for the other stations. I don't have them memorized. But I memorized the station names. That should be enough.
That's more than I can do.
All right. So now we're going to pretend like we played the song. We're going to come back in. All right. That was "Somewhere in Time" by the Rust Project, who are hanging out with me here in studio tonight. And right after them, you got to hear Black Ridge's song "Live Fast and Leave a Good-Looking Corpse." And we'll talk about them a little bit towards the end of the show, because I do want to mention something that they're involved in. But we're going to talk some more about the Rust Project. I know the last time that we were on, I'm trying to remember. Let me start that over. That's why it's good that I do it ahead of time so I can edit. I'm trying to think of what questions I've asked.
I don't remember.
Okay. We'll just go with this. I couldn't have asked this one before. So it's kind of appropriate for this time. But let's say that there's some kind of apocalyptic event that happens on Earth, and most of the population is wiped out. There's a handful of humans left, and they have to repopulate the Earth. Now, along with only a few humans being left, only one song from every band that existed survives.
Ooh.
Which one of your songs should survive and coincidentally help them repopulate the Earth? And you can read into that however you would like.
One of our songs. Wait, is that the question?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. What do you think?
Still Here With You.
Probably that's, yeah.
Yeah.
Our favorite. Got to be, because it's so unique.
We say our favorite about all of them.
Well, and they're in different ways they're favorites.
Yeah,
but
they
that
are.
one's just
That
kind of
one
just unique, and it's just
That one reminds me more of a Neil song that, just a rockin'.
Oh wait.
Still Here With You.
Oh, I'm sorry. Still Here With You. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. I misheard you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's got a vibe to it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's got a vibe. That's fun. A little bit kind of angry, but not angry, but kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool. I like it.
Yeah. If you look at a lot of our songs, because they were written during this whole COVID thing, there's a theme kind of that goes along with most of them.
You think?
Yeah.
Because there's so many different things. I mean, everything that we've done, which you don't even know because we haven't even recorded them yet, they all sound completely different.
Yeah,
I mean,
they do.
We have one that sounds very John Prine-ish, very like upbeat and John Prine, and then we have stuff that sounds like a Neil Young Crazy Horse, and then we have something that sounds like, I don't even know what it sounds like.
Kind of country and kind of
we have all kinds of stuff. So
yeah, but I think Still Here With You.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So earlier today I was talking to Jonna Lee Machika from First Angel Media, and she sent me an image that said that she was all caught up on Facebook, and it said, "Look, I made it to the end of Facebook." And my Facebook has been giving me this weird error for about a month, where like when I'm in Messenger and someone will read what I've said, it always says that they read it on December 31st, 1969.
No way.
And so I told her, yeah, I made it to the end of Facebook too. Look, 1969.
Right.
That's really weird.
And she's like, yeah, that's weird. I'm like, yeah, somebody went in and messed with the time-space continuum, and now everything's messed up. So that was my segue into this question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that often. If you could go back in time without messing up the time-space continuum, so Doc Brown doesn't have to yell at you,
right.
What band would you follow around for a year to learn from and get influenced by?
Jethro Tull. Back in the early 70s, I would never ever miss Jethro Tull. They were so interesting to me, and everything I read about them, everything that I'd see, they were just, they were like everything. They were wild. They were extremely talented. They were creative. Just everything that they did just like appealed to me. And I would have loved to follow them around for, just like be in their tour bus with them and just follow them around for however long. It was just, they were just cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why we play Locomotive Breath.
Yeah.
It was like they came to Pittsburgh almost every year, right around my birthday. right in like middle of December. It was like they always. So me and my buddies always for my birthday we're going to see Jethro Tull, and it was just so cool, and that's always stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
Well, if there could be someone I could hang out with, it'd be Willie Nelson, because he's just like the coolest guy. I mean, he's just down to earth and he's just a cool guy. And it's like, how do you not like Willie Nelson? He'd be a cool guy to hang out with.
Listen, I have one issue with Willie Nelson.
Uh-huh.
And that's that he made Uncle Jesse smoke pot.
Yeah, Jesse smoke pot.
A lot of people smoke pot with
Uncle he played Uncle Jesse in the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's right.
That's
right. I haven't seen that since that came out. I don't even remember it. Jeez.
Right.
I will say that he has probably the coolest acoustic guitar in the world.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And that extra hole in there, I'd be interested in what it would sound like if it wasn't there.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
It's really neat when you see old videos on YouTube of him and you know, there's less holes there and the holes are smaller. It's like, whoa, that looked different.
You got to think what happened, what his thumb was like, because that's pretty much where his thumb was sitting all the time. His thumb's got to be like a nail.
This has nothing to do with that, but I have a cousin named Willie Nelson.
Oh, get out of here.
I do.
They know they were naming him that when they named him that. Like, did they know?
Well,
what
see here. All right, so clearly my name is William.
Yeah.
I'm a junior, so my dad's name is William. My uncle's name is William. I have a great uncle named William, and then Willie is named William. Now, my great uncle wasn't around a lot, but if you put 4 Williams in the same room, you have to be able to distinguish between who you're talking to.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So they called my dad Damiano Bill. They called me Billy.
Mm-hmm.
They called my uncle Bill Bill. And then Willie came along and they had to call him something. So he became Willie. So Willie Nelson.
There you go.
Who is like 6'4".
Yeah. He's like the opposite of Willie Nelson.
Yes.
Yep.
And he's a police officer. And yeah.
Probably don't smoke pot either.
No, not that I'm aware of. But anyway, see, that's something that'll get cut out. Let's stick with the movie themes for a moment. I have 2 more of those I can throw at you. So the movie Rockstar. Are you familiar with that movie?
Yeah.
No.
I got a yes and a no.
I've never heard of that.
Rockstar?
Rockstar? I'm not a big movie watcher, so.
Jennifer Aniston and Mark
Wahlberg,
Wahlberg, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's loosely based on Judas Priest. And now I'm going to blank on his name. Ripper Owens joined Judas Priest. But the question is let me give Susan a little more information. So Ripper Owens' character is in a a Steel Dragon cover band, tribute band. And the lead singer decides he's quitting and leaving. So the rest of the band starts looking for a lead singer, and they come across him, and he comes in, he auditions, and he goes from being in a tribute band to being the front man for Steel Dragon, which is really Judas Priest. And then he walks away at the end. But now that I ruined it, but
that's all right. I'll never probably watch it. So that's okay.
You should watch it. It's actually a good movie.
But anyways, okay.
So my question is, if you were ever going to start a tribute band in hopes of ending up in the real band, which band would you start a tribute for?
We already do a tribute to Neil Young.
Crazy Horse.
Yeah. We already do that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like our side project. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Definitely Crazy Horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would just be so cool.
Oh, yeah.
And we already know the material.
We know all kinds.
I
That's
know.
right.
We can go on tour.
That's right. We can tour Lucas too.
I think that's what we're really hoping, that Neil hears of us and says, "Come on, you guys can be my backup band."
Yeah. Go backstage. That'd be cool. Just go backstage and hang with them. There we go.
All right.
Okay.
One song with them. There you go. That'd be awesome.
Next movie reference. Almost Famous. How about that one? See that one?
No.
Oh, that makes okay. So in Almost Famous, it's a teenage boy. He's supposed to be older than he actually is. He's probably 15 or 16. And Rolling Stone thinks he's older. And they hire him as a freelance writer. They put him with a band, and he's supposed to follow this band around and write about what they're doing. Well, what they're doing is exactly what you think rock and roll bands do in the 70s. They're partying, getting high, trashing red bedrooms and hotel rooms, and that's what he's in on. And being like a 15 or 16-year-old, instead of really, if you were that writer who is getting their first break, which band would you want to write about? See, there's that facial expression that I was talking about.
ZZ Top.
Have you seen the documentary on Netflix? I've watched that about 10 times.
Have you? Yeah, I actually learned a lot from that. And I think Billy Gibbons is like the coolest guy on the face of the earth. Kind of the way she feels about Willie Nelson. He's just cool. And when I watched that, I was kind of really surprised about a lot of stuff with them. And you haven't watched that either.
I haven't.
You should. It was good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never heard of it. I don't have an answer. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know much about their personal lives. I know what music I like, and
come on.
I mean, I don't really know. I don't, Neil has his political views. Willie's just a cool guy. But outside of that, I don't know what they do. I don't follow what they're involved in. I'm
Which
clueless.
one would you like to follow and
I don't know. I don't
write
know.
about?
I don't know. Probably Willie Nelson. I mean, he's as old as my dad. They're the same age. They're born in the same year, 1931. I mean, that's just a generation that's different than the generation everybody now. They're just a lot more grounded, and they would have a lot more interesting stories to tell. That would be someone I'd want to hang out with, probably. And yeah.
Okay, I think I'm going to ask you one more question. And I'm going to preface it with, this is not my question. I didn't come up with this.
Stole it.
No, it was given to me.
Okay.
Christina Santavica is her name. She's the lead singer of the Shadow event. And this is her fault. All her fault. Everybody follow me?
Got it.
Okay. So the question is, if they decided that they were going to put the Rust Project into a cartoon, which cartoon would they guess you on, and what characters might play you in that cartoon?
The Island Misfit Toys from Rudolph? We've actually joked about that before. I don't know. I'm the little girl doll because there's a girl, so I'm the girl. Whatever her name was, I don't remember. And then there was an elephant and a plane and a Jack in the Box. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Who was I?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh,
I don't remember. It was a while ago.
I would say we should be the Banana Splits.
Which I didn't watch.
Which you didn't, right?
So
you were too young, so
I'm not familiar with that either.
You guys are all too young. But the Banana Splits were cool.
It was on, but I never watched
it. They were dogs, but they were a band. They were like
were all guys in costumes, right? Yeah.
but they were kind of
That's
like
not
the monk.
creepy
They
at
were
all.
like the furries of the monkeys or something. They kind of. That's what they would be. Oh, they were cool. I don't even remember the who were the Fleagle Beagle and some other names I forget. But they were like the monkeys, but they were like furries. They were dogs. Any furries watching? Hey.
Now you started.
That's probably the first time somebody mentioned furries on your show.
I think it might be. And there have been some interesting things mentioned on the show.
Oh, I can imagine.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to give you one more Christina question.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
This one isn't nearly.
Well, hopefully she likes the answer.
This one is, who's your favorite drummer, favorite bassist, favorite guitarist, and favorite vocalist?
I can tell you, I don't pay attention to drummers or
Oh
bass
my
players at
God.
all. I always have
Oh
just
my
paid
God.
attention to
That's
guitar
deep.
players. It's just where my ears go. It's where my eyes go. I can't help it.
Okay. I'll answer that.
Go ahead.
Okay. Favorite drummer is Chris Layton from Double Trouble, from Stevie Ray Vaughan's band. His timing and just the way that he played drums was just so. It was nothing flashy, nothing difficult, but he was so on time, and just what he did was right. He played to the songs, and just sounded incredible. And then to watch how he played, just his finesse and everything of playing, it was captivating to me. Bass players, it was always John Entwistle. He was like a guitar player, bass player, and it just hearing what he did and with the effects that he used to use on playing bass back in the 60s and 70s, and then just he wasn't just playing. It was like a song within a song when you listen to him play. I love bass players. I love listening to while we're playing. I'm always tuned into the bass player, and our bass player, I love him. He's a great guy, and he's so consistent, and he's easy to play off of. Guitar players, that question is actually hard for me. One, because there's just so many of them, and I go like week to week, where I hear somebody that I get really amazed. But the one of my absolute favorites is Robin Ford. And he's such an all around player that just his tone and the things that he plays, I love. He combines that blues jazz with rock tones in it that I just love it. Who else? What else? Singers? Did you mention?
Is he a singer? No.
You can mention a singer. Stevie Nicks. That's who you love the most.
Oh, so much. No, let's not go down that road. I don't have a favorite singer. I don't. I don't. It's all about the song and the guitar playing, and that's what draws me in. The song itself, the melody. Do I like the song? Do I like the guitar playing? That's what draws me in.
Mick Jagger, just he's like he just keeps going.
I know, he is cool.
And and it's like when you hear a lot of other singers nowadays, like Robert Plant, you know, they can't they can't do what they did.
He still sounds like himself.
But Mick Jagger sounds like Mick Jagger.
Yeah, he does.
From the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like he's not slower. He doesn't have to sing, you know, in a lower key or right. anything. It just, everything that he does, just, you know, it sounds the same. Mm-hmm. Sounds like Mick Jagger. You know, and we love the Stones, of course, yeah. And it's just, I would say him because he's just been for so long, mm-hmm. you know, and just keeps going and going, and how they do it. You know?
I know.
He and Betty White are going to outlive everybody.
Yeah.
We were just talking about today. Right. I think she just turned 99.
Right. Yeah. And Keith Richards will be at their funeral.
Yes.
He's going to be at everybody's funeral. Yeah.
But
he's the one that's never going to change.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to thank you guys for coming on.
Oh, we thank you.
And everyone that's out there listening, make sure you go to therustproject.com to find out about where they're playing acoustically and as the electric band. Don't forget to go out to the Southern Fried Rock show.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's in a new venue this year. Do you remember?
Freeport Event Center.
Yeah, the Freeport Event Center, since the Peter B's is no longer.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the date on that?
January 30th, Saturday.
Yeah, Peter B's. I miss Peter B's.
Yeah, everybody does. It's a shame, you know, and it's been there for a long, long mm-hmm. time, and it was a cool place, you know. And
I will tell you what I did not miss about Peter B's, and that was that pillar that came down right in the middle of the stage.
I knew you were going to say that.
The rest of it is really cool.
Yeah, I know. I would have liked to just had a chainsaw and just cut that right out. I think the balcony would have come down.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, on that note, this has been episode number 451 of the Pennsylvania Rock Show. You're going to get to hear a couple more songs from the best unsigned rock and metal that Pennsylvania has to offer. When you hear Mr. John, the American Hill Jack Lane, come in at the end, you'll know the episode is over. And you can come and check us out each and every Friday. 6 a.m. on the website, 8 p.m. on buildascene.com's radio station. And then while you're there, you can read the air times for the rest of the radio stations because, again, I don't remember them. My name is Bill, and I will catch you next week.